Welcome back to Inside Eastern Utah. We're here now with Elida Farlino, and Elida is a local business owner. She owns TougHer Gym, which is one of my favorite places to hang out, although I've been a little absent lately. But Elida, we want to talk a little bit about your background, let people know who you are. And TougHer's been around for how many years? Two
so
now?
We've been here in Price for 2.5 years.
Okay.
2.5.
And it was a business that you owned in California prior to bringing it to the community in Price, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you married a local guy, grew up in Price here, and now you guys have come back and started a business and had a baby, or you had her before you came.
Yeah, she was kind of the driving factor in moving back here.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So just because you wanted her to know her cousins or her dad's roots, or does she have cousins? Yeah.
Yeah, so she's got cousins and some aunts and uncles and things like that here, and it's hard to have kids when you don't have family support around. So in California, it was just kind of us. So if something happened, there was nobody to just run over and watch her. Or,
I have a sister in the same situation in Northern California, and she's all the time saying, you know, you guys don't know how good you have it when you have each other when you're at home. So yeah. Anyway,
so now 2.5 years into it, my goodness, you guys have moved buildings, you've added new classes, added new instructors. There's really been quite a bit of growth over those couple of years. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so we started off, it was just me and one other trainer, and now we're up to 13 instructors.
Wow.
We have 37 classes a week. We also have a personal training school going on. So we have 7 girls right now who meet every Saturday, and we do study time for their personal training certificate. So it takes about 9 months to study for that, and then the test is a proctored exam at a testing center. So USU sometimes offers it, but it's extremely hard. Something like 75% of people who take it fail it the first time.
Oh my goodness.
And our passing rate is much, much higher than that. So I feel like we have the gym part of things, and then we also have like a little schoolhouse going to train girls how to be personal trainers. The awesome thing is if they ever move somewhere, they can take this job with them. They can get a job anywhere they want to. And since the American Council on Exercise personal training certification is the best one out there, they can get a job anywhere they want to with it.
It carries a lot of weight, that certificate does.
Yes, it's literally the gold standard of personal training certificates. So it's the best one you can get.
So that's really awesome. I didn't know that.
Great.
So it's really more than just a gym, and you guys are offering so much for women here in this area.
Yeah, we do our best. We just had, like, Dr. Carmel was here on Friday, and she'll be back again on October 6th. She does, like, vitamin injections. We have a hormone doctor who comes out to visit about once every 3 months. She'll be back on November 7th and 8th. She's actually staying 2 days now.
Great.
We constantly have stuff going on. DEXA Body will be here this Friday. They do body composition scans. We have country dancing this Saturday from 7:30 to 11. And we have childcare set up with We Play. So if you want a night out dancing with your spouse, you can have that all together. So yeah, we try to have a ton of things going on, and if there's something that women want, we try to help them with that. But healthcare is more than about just exercising. And for most people, if you're just exercising, you're gonna quit at some point.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, I did it once and that was it. But if you're gonna get really, really healthy, the exercising has to be fun. So that's a big part of it. You need to laugh, you need to play, and for many girls, their hour in the gym every day is their only free time. So they get 1 hour a day, so all of the fun time has to be done in there too. But then there are things that can add to your health and wellness. And if it's as simple as, I find a doctor who can give you vitamin injections, or if you have some hormone problems and I find somebody for you who can fix that problem, and then you can get really and truly healthy, you know, that makes us look better too, on top of the fact that it's helping you with your actual health. So the workouts, as much as people think that's what a gym is about, that's not enough. It has to be more.
And I love that you guys are looking at that whole picture, because that's going to make it so much, not only make women feel so much better, but it's going to make it so much easier to stick to when you're looking at that whole aspect.
Right. And I think that's why we have such a high success rate. I think that's why a majority of our members stick to it all year round. They have a plan for success, and it's a good time. And really, where else in this area are you going to go hang out with your friends?
Yeah.
A salon. Like, there's not a lot for women to do
with your girlfriends. And
I was gonna say, this is something you can see your girlfriends every day. What a great excuse to be able to go hang out for an hour or two each day.
Yeah. So. And then we also have a half-price childcare set up with little learners. So they're about a block and a half away from us. And if you are coming to TougHer for a class or personal training, they'll do childcare for $1.75 an hour.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, where are you going to
Yeah,
get that?
I agree. That's
So-
awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I will say the first time I went to the gym, I'd never been to an all-girls gym before, never been a member of an all-girls gym. And I love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the difference of an all-women's gym versus a gym that's for everybody. You walk into the bathroom and you have lotion at the sink to put on your hands after
You're like,
you
that's
wash
it. I'm a member for life
for
now.
Sure. There's hair ties and bobby pins in case you forget those things. They're just amazing.
The little details.
Extras that TougHer provides, and then beyond that, just the atmosphere and the ladies there, and you do a great job at keeping positive vibes in there,
Yeah.
and I think that you really need that. So.
And I think that's really bleeding out into the community as well. I mean, not just with your events that you have for women, but you also do some events throughout the year there for both men and women. And one such event is called the Sweat for Vets that you have coming up. So, as a veteran yourself,
Yes.
do you want to tell us a bit about how this came about?
So veterans have all kinds of issues that they deal with. And some of them are healthcare issues. And I can say this as somebody who recently had an experience with the VA hospital. I have service-connected disability for a back and neck injury. And I wound up in excruciating pain from it, and I went up to the VA hospital for help. And I begged the doctor, and the doctor, he thought it might just be a pinched nerve. He absolutely refused to check. He didn't do any imaging, anything. And I was crying in his office, begging him for help. And he told me, I've had a pinched nerve in my leg for 6 years, and you don't see me crying like a baby. And then he prescribed me opioids and kicked me out. And I can't tell you how absolutely devastating that was. And I actually wound up at Utah Valley in the air emergency room. They did an MRI, and I needed emergency surgery. So I actually had 2 discs replaced in my neck. And now I have to fight to get the VA to help pay for something that they agreed to pay for when I got out. So I have documentation saying that I have service-connected disability for that, but now it's gonna be a whole nother mess of stress to get them to pay for something that they promised to pay for. So healthcare is something for us that they agree to be there, and then they're not. And that can be absolutely devastating. And then when we're talking about opioid addiction in the general population, it's pretty high, but it's almost double in the veteran population. And then suicide is the same way.
Wow.
And I firmly believe that the suicide rate is tied to the opioid addiction. I think you're much more likely to commit suicide if you have unmanaged pain and if you are long-term on medications. Those are gonna lead to depression, especially when you're talking about military people who are used to a higher level of functioning, and now they're in chronic pain and can't even function where a normal person is. So for me, the healthcare situation is just devastating. So what we're doing, we're gonna start working with Matsuda Acupuncture.
Yes.
So we are raising money to hopefully get some healthcare from him. So what he's agreed to do is basically lower his prices, and then we're gonna pick up some of the cost for the veterans. So we're hoping things like acupuncture, herbal medicines instead of opioids can help deal with some of
these
things.
issues.
Yeah.
Pain management.
Yeah, inflammation is a root cause of a ton of medical ailments. And we know for a fact that acupuncture can help manage inflammation. And maybe we can get some other local healthcare providers. Chiropractors would be great because that's something that the VA will offer, but the VA hospital is about an hour and a half away from here, one
Yes.
way. And if you drive the hour and a half up there, get an adjustment, and drive the hour and a half back, the sitting after the adjustment is basically going to undo everything the adjustment has done. So there's no reason to drive all the way up there for it. And if you have to do it 2 to 3 times a week to have any kind of change, now we're talking 4 hours a day, 3 days a week that you got to take off of work to go up there and do that.
It's not feasible.
No, it's not realistic at all.
No.
So we want to get those things local. So and at the same time, that also stimulates local businesses. So Matsuda Acupuncture is doing some absolutely amazing things in our community.
Yes, they are.
Bringing down doctors that do stem cells. I know that they're looking at opening Helper Homegrown in Helper. I am so excited about that. So for me, this is kind of double dipping.
Yes.
We can get some healthcare for local vets who need it, and then help local businesses
Support
grow
another.
a little bit at
Yes.
the same time.
And as well, have a fun little competition that's going to pit some men against each other and some women. You guys are going to have even seniors and teens participating in this Sweat for Vets competition. So the funds that you raise, people will pay to register
Yes.
and compete, and then those funds will directly benefit the veterans. But what does the competition involve? What can people expect?
Okay, so the competition is crazy. Were you there for it last year, Shannon?
No.
Okay, so it's a circus in there. And there's 5 events. We start with atomic push-ups, box jumps, plank up downs, kettlebell thrusters, and then hanging leg raises on the ab straps. And all the videos for those, we made a Facebook event just called Sweat for Vets 2017. So those are on Facebook, and you can see videos, and it explains the do's and don'ts of each exercise. But you have 60 seconds at a station, and then you have a 60-second rest, and then you start the next 60 seconds of exercise. And that 60-second break sounds like a long time.
It's not.
No, it's not. You're gassed. And 60 seconds for the exercise, it's actually longer than you have energy stores to deal with. So basically, in your muscles, you will fatigue the energy stores, or most people are around 30 seconds. So you basically have to go 30 seconds longer than what your body is really capable of doing at each exercise. So, because we're talking about HIIT training, we're talking about glycogen stores. So it's really, really hard, and it will definitely push you to your limit. And last year, the winners were so close to each other. They were a couple reps apart. It was literally as simple as if you could gut out one more rep, you would win. If you can't, you came in second.
And that's how it counts, right? Each exercise, you take the reps from that and add them to the reps from every other exercise, and then whoever has the most at the end wins.
Yes.
And you guys have some good prizes this year.
Yes, we do. So last year we had Apple Watches for the winners, which we will have that again. Only this year we're going to open it up. So last year, the only people who were eligible to win the Apple Watches were in the open division. This time, anyone. It can be teens, it can be seniors, it can be open. The top 2, so the top male and the top female, regardless of which category they are in, will receive Apple Watches. We've also added the Amazon Echo Dot. That's Alexa. Have you guys seen those?
Yes.
So the winners of each category will get those. So the teens, the open, and the seniors, as well as the couples. So in couples, you can enter, like let's say both of you guys are competing in the open category, you can compete in that one, and you can do couples as well.
Oh, okay.
And then we don't define what a couple is. So it can be
anyone,
any
just
2 people.
two
So
Let's do it, Shannon.
Okay.
you should hold it. Hold you to that.
No, okay, I was just
They all saw
oh,
this.
You know what?
It's
I'm
on the
so out of
record.
shape,
It is
so
on the record. You know what? Well,
Scotty
actually,
would kill it. But
well, actually, we have a program to help you if that's something that you want. So,
well, so don't worry if you're not in
don't
shape.
worry.
You could still win an Apple iWatch if
could.
you're dedicated.
You could. So we're actually about 7 weeks out, and your body can
oh, I
have.
was just gonna
yeah.
say, how much time do I have?
Well, your body can have huge cardiovascular changes in about 3 to 4 weeks. So if you start now,
Yeah.
it really is legitimate that you could make a huge change.
That's why we're doing this interview so far ahead of time, because it's not until November 10th,
my
but we want
gosh.
everyone to have a chance to get in shape.
That's right.
So so get in it. You know what though? The girl who did it last year and got second, she just decided like the night of or the night before.
Oh, really?
She had just found
She's
out
like,
about
"I'm
it.
just gonna
and
go
she was
for
like,
it."
let's do it. So
That's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh, that's way awesome. So how do people register for this event?
So they can stop into TougHer and we can get them signed up that way, or they can visit our website, which is www.tougherwomen.com. And there's a link at the top that says Sweat for Vets 2017, and they can click on that. And then there's an option to register for the event. There's a whole form to fill out with that, but it's super simple to do. There's also a spot on there if you want to sponsor, so maybe you can't be a part of it, but you'd like to sponsor it. And we take sponsors in the form of cash donations and also prize
Prizes?
donations.
Yes.
Yes.
How much does it cost to register?
It's $35.
Okay.
So,
Great.
and if you do couples, it's $35 per person.
Okay.
So,
So that's that. And there's also information on our website. You can go on, just search Sweat for Vets, and you can find all this information there. So don't wait to register. Get in now and start getting in shape. It'll come before we know it, I'm
Right.
sure.
That's right.
So
Yes.
we appreciate you joining us and
Thank you
taking
for
some
having me.
time.
Yeah,
This is a
thanks for
great
coming over.
event. So
It
it's
is.
really going to be beneficial for the veterans here.
Thank
so
you.
thank
Thanks
you.
for coming, Elida.
Yes, and thank you for joining another episode of Inside Eastern Utah. We are going to be back later this week with more. Stay tuned.